Welcome back to Project Mega Ranger 6x6. In the last one, we built the flat deck. We extended the frame and we installed the rearmost axle. But today, we're working on the tail section for the lights, license plate, and, everything else that's going to be back there.
In a previous video, we asked you all, what should we do with the rear tail end? Should we make it flat? Should we make it angled? And the comments were kind of split down the center. So we're gonna do a little bit of both. We're gonna have some flat pieces and some angled pieces to give it a little bit of depth.
This is what we temporarily did with the tail lights, just so we could still drive the vehicle, as this is my daily driver. We picked up some 4-inch flat stock or flat bar, 1/8, and that is going to kind of make what we're working with today. Yeah, we still have a little bit of 1x2 1x2 tube that we can also use for for this guy as well. We're gonna be like, it used to be the same as the interior here, basically. Interior. Yeah. Relieve. Okay. So we've got this guy down at 45? Yes, I'd say that's 45. I think the maths. And this guy is going to be straight down from that point. And these two pieces are going to eventually be the drawer. Well, the face of the drawer for the drawer slide. That's going to be here. So that kind of gives us an idea of what's going on here. And then the other 5.5 pieces that Allie cut up, or marked up while I cut, and then she cut one, are gonna go here, matching this angle as well. And then they're gonna be solidly mounted to the standoffs. That's the plan. Just need to see that this is, gonna look right, if that makes sense. And then we're gonna have, so yes, the angle's gonna be here, but then this guy's going to, a piece is gonna come straight down right here to like break this angle to then be flat across to the outside. That's what we're thinking. So I think what we can do is I can hold this here and you can give like a little tack right there.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Held. It's not the biggest tack, but
I'll do another one.
yeah, you can give another go on it. Actually, I don't need to have my hand there anymore.
Again, not the biggest.
It's a small tack, but you're getting it though. Okay, we got those pieces tacked in for now. So I'm gonna flip the camera around so you guys can see what we're kind of working with. I know you guys saw clips of us welding just now, both me and Allie. We're getting her all trained up and learning how to weld. As she sits back there and she's diligently doing research on welding.
Yeah,
she's totally not scrolling TikTok or Facebook.
No. I'm researching welding. That's what I'm doing.
She's researching welding. She's learning how to be better at welding.
Hey, 2 out of my 8 tacks look pretty. The other ones, not so much.
2 out of the 10 tacks. 10 out of 10. This is what we are working with so far. Got those pieces tacked in there for now. It's giving us a nice little, not so much departure angle at the rear, but it's making it look a little bit better than it was. Not so flat. You know, it's not a terrible angle. So now we need to do some measurements and figure out what else we are going to be cutting. So we didn't really show it, but we cut a couple pieces in. These guys are in there. So those are kind of breaking up from the middle to this piece here to where the tail lights are going to be. It's just kind of like a break in between to change up the shape. Like a transition, that is. So it's definitely looking a little bit better. And we're gonna get Allie to tack up the first one.
Not gonna be pretty.
Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to work. And like all DIYers, if it can't be pretty, there's always a grinder.
And maybe a little bit of paint.
A little bit of paint too helps.
Oh.
What? It'll work. You just have to start. Okay, so when there's a big gap like this, you start your weld on the piece that has the ground and work your way up.
Okay.
You fill it.
Okay.
Yep, whenever you're ready. Let's see. Exactly. Just like that. And you'll kind of have the same thing in the middle there. Start on the piece that has the ground.
It's hard to see where I put my phone.
I don't know if 45 is what I want there. Oh, babe, come here. I don't know how I feel about a 45 there.
45 seems a bit steep.
It does seem a bit steep, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Especially like this angle to then this angle going across
Yeah.
for the lights. It does seem a bit extreme.
Yeah, maybe less of an angle.
So kind of flat, but not really. How will I recreate this on the other side? What about this angle?
That's not a bad angle.
Okay, so it's basically a 1 inch difference from this edge to this edge. It's like this edge is 1 inch, like 1 inch back from that. That's kind of like the idea. So that seems like that. You want it? We changed the plan from using the 1x2, because that was going to be very complicated, to using the 1 inch by 1 inch angle iron. So we got that in there on both sides. Having that look a lot better now. So now we just need to put a couple pieces, couple tabs at the top, and then we can start to figure out our aluminum to go in there, and then figure out how the lights are going to sit. So it started to rain a lot yesterday. Pretty heavy storm last night. We're looking like we're going to get more rain today, so we're kind of fighting the clock. It's always a struggle in the spring, but we are back at it. We're going to be finishing up the last couple pieces that we need to cut in for the tailpiece, getting that fully welded in, and mounting a temporary piece of unistrut that'll have some mud flaps on it, so we don't get in trouble. And while I was waiting for a Rogers worker to take off, I was kind of looking in this area right here, as a friend of mine suggested maybe adding an auxiliary fuel tank. And I did find a 15 gallon, about 16 liter, or not 16, 15 gallon, 60 liter one that with a little bit of trimming will fit in right here. Then we can just have a little electric valve that'll just dump it right into our actual filler neck, and then run the breather to the breather, and then that actually gives us double our range. So that's a nice little idea. We'll see if we can kind of make that happen anytime soon, as that's not too complicated. But we have plenty of room underneath the deck for shenanigans. So adding double the fuel range doesn't sound too bad. And then of course this is the piece of unistrut that we're going to use to temporarily have some mud flaps. So I just got to drill a hole in the frame, and you know, is what it is. But we're going to be fully welding in the tail portion. Kind of figured what we're going to do is we're going to have the license plate all the way over, but mounted to what will be the drawer. And then rather than having the license plate light up here, we're going to have it mounted to the side but angled. So that way when the drawer is finally a drawer and it opens, we don't have to run this large wire for the tail light, or for the license plate light, that is. Just little taps. Just tap it in. It's still gonna have to drill the hole out a little bit. Alright, we got our mud flaps in. We got this guy in here just to finish off this piece until we have the toolboxes in. And it sounds like it's just starting to rain, so this might be a good time to take a break. But it is looking good so far. I know I keep saying that, but I'm really happy with how this is turning out. It's really coming together, that is for sure. Now we'll just have to cut our aluminum for the taillight pieces and fully weld in everything that needs to be. So we had to halt all work as it is raining again. We got more rain. We're about to go through it pretty good.
Through a good section.
Yeah, pretty good section. But we got the parts cut out for our tail lights. I was working on fully welding up the tail portion, and now it is raining.
Even harder.
Even harder, so we'll have to wait. Okay, it's another morning. It just stopped raining, so we're going to jump right into this because it's hard to tell, but there's more clouds coming in from the north, more rain's coming. So we had gotten these pieces cut out. Let's get that in there. With the one should just slot in there like this, maybe. Oh, we might have to make some trims. That is, seems like it is a bit too long. I might have to trim the one side of that so it fits in properly. Yep, might have to do that. Unless I'm gonna get it in this way. No, can't get it in that way either. We did not test fit before the rain came. Is that Miss Allie had gotten these cut right before the rain came. So we're gonna have to trim up those a little bit more before actually getting those fit in. Okay, so I just checked my wire. I'm like almost out. I'm glad I checked. So I started doing the actual critical stuff that we need to do, which is welding on tabs for the aluminum to actually stay properly. I didn't word that great. Upper tabs to properly mount the aluminum for the taillights. So I just cut up a piece of angle iron, have that in there. So that is how the aluminum is going to be drilled in. We just cut up a piece of, just a piece of 1/8, just to go in here as a tab, for that to be drilled in as well. Did the same on the opposite side, as we are almost out of wire. And I probably only have enough for the few more tacks. What? Oop, this, oh no, shit. I missed.
We'll see that.
There we go. That's it. I'm out of wire.
Oh no! Well, at least we got the tabs in.
It's secure enough. We're good. All right. Well, we're out of wire, so we're going to get the taillights in. And you guys will see that next, once those are in. And that's gonna be it for this one, folks, because we're out of wire. So we're gonna have to get more of that and finish up all the welding, clean it up with a grinder, because I am not a professional welder.
Still looks better than my welds.
Well, I mean, you've just been doing tack welds, so. But we will see you in the next one, folks. Remember, adventures built, not bought.